exactly a presentation. This is this is an interactive session where we can discuss anything we want, and Gaurav has an interesting and very trend-setting topic. So first, I'll like to introduce Gaurav. Gaurav is an avid reader who loves to read, converse, and connect. Currently, Gaurav is working at Red Hat. He is loving his career in this interesting and versatile profile. He has always been a person who thrives to learn, gain experience, and is sincere at whatever he does. In this session, Gaurav will help us get us through the impact of AI on technical writing. He will share insights on how AI is transforming the field of technical writing and show us how to leverage these cutting edge tools to future proof your career. Thank you so much, Gaurav. Over to you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am going to share my screen just a bit. And I hope everyone can see my screen, right? Hi,
Yes,
hello.
we can.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, so as Priyanka just mentioned that I'm going to talk about this interesting topic. Everyone has devoted their time to look on the AI which are currently available on the market, the platforms. There are multiple Chat GPT, right? Sonic. There is Bard, which has been released, I think, in a couple of continents or a couple of countries. And then there are multiple photo generating AIs, DALI E, and other tools. So we are bombarded with lots of AI technologies and other stuff, and almost all of them cater to writing or creating photos or images or something on these lines. So there is ought to be some impact on our technical writing world. So I'm here to talk about that, and then we will go into a discussion mode, like what are your thoughts and what how you visualize it. So anyone who wants to chip in, please feel free to chip in once I'm done with this, and probably we will have some fruitful ending to this awesome conference. And apart from this, I want to set the agenda very clear. We are not here to uh, talk about like all the impacts that AI will have in our future, because no one can. And if someone tells you that this is the impact, they are lying through their teeth. So no one can exactly tell you what all things the AI will impact. But one thing is for sure, that it is going to make things easy. Say for examples, a couple of decades back, you have would have seen bullock carts in the villages, and they used to plow the fields and sow the seeds and other stuff, but they have been ultimately replaced by the tractors and other stuff. So that there are advancements in technology, and they are there to make lives easy. There is certainly a cost. Bullock carts are easy to, I mean to say, easy to not, I cannot say that easy to maintain, but they are cheaper. And but on the other hand, tractors, they are costly, but then they have started renting tractors, and multiple people can use the same tractors. So I mean to say, like things are evolving, and we have to evolve ourselves. Upskilling is certainly a thing that we can do, but will it be sufficient? So that's the question we are going to see, whether it's sufficient or not, and what is in store for us. So that's all we are going to talk about. We are not here to predict the future. That's what I wanted to tell. Let me. So I'm going to slide share so that everything looks big and bold. Okay, so we all know there was one first topic of today was on AI. So we all know like what AI can do. It can improve accuracy, it can create faster content for us, personalized user experience, and there are multiple things that AI can do for us. From like just typing one sentence and getting whole blog created at one place. And if you have used chat gpt 4, I have that premium with me. I have paid for chat gpt 3. I have used chat gpt 4. It can analyze your screen as well. Say for example, if you take screenshot and you feed chat gpt 4 with that screenshot, it will tell you exactly what your screen has, what all you can do to optimize those things. And I mean to say, it can read and predict anything that you would like it to do, but it cannot do one thing. And it is specifically made for human beings, that is thinking. So it is one area where we humans still have leverage, that is thinking. You can call it whatever you want: critical thinking, leverage thinking, or add any adjectives that you have in your mind. But thinking is ultimately going to be a game in the future. How better, how much, how quickly, and how useful, efficiently, effectively, any adjective you can think. So that is going to be one thing that you have to upskill on yourselves. See, for the technology, we have AI. You cannot say you want to have some programs, C++, Python, whatever, you can get the code then and there. But for thinking, if you upskill your thinking, then probably you can be one step ahead in this game. We will look that in our further slides, but that is going to be one of our main themes. Okay, so and the $1 million question: how safe is our job, and how long before AI replaces us? So for the second bullet point, or for the matter of fact, no one has the definitive answer, and people can only make good guesses. But how safe is my job? So unless and until you have put some amount of thoughts, some amount of creativity, and some amount of interview techniques. Say for example, you want to gather some information from one place, and then you have to update that information as per your needs and convenience, and then you have to add some creative style or creative thing to it. So as and when there is mind which is being used to do that job, it will remain safe. But for jobs which are I mean to say, where people just feed the system, they do the manual work, and whatever is required, that is all automated. Like for example, 5 years back, no one would have thought that writing could have been automated. But as you can see, 5 years into 2023, we have seen how writing can be automated, and bots can generate all the content for you. You need not to feed any content to it, it is automatically generated. So if you are creative, trust me, your job is safe. Let's talk about the research paper. There is one good research. I have already pasted this link. Just go through this link once whenever you have time at your leisure. It talks about all the things in details that AI can do, how it can impact on our lives, what jobs are replaceable, what jobs are not replaceable, and what humans can do to evolve and get compatible with AI. The best thing is here AI is leading and humans want to get compatible. So this is where I disagreed with this research report, but I wanted humans to lead and AI to be compatible, but it's vice versa in this case. Let me show you the research report. So this is a research which is conducted by some university. I think it's University of Pennsylvania. Yeah. So it is conducted by University of Pennsylvania on March 23rd, 2023. This report got released. This research paper got released. It is of 34 pages. And it has multiple permutations, combinations involved, like how they reached to this conclusion. Let me share the screen. And what all platforms are there in the market, and what all things they considered before coming up with this research report. It has some nice graphs. I'm not going to explain any of the pages. Sorry.
Gaurav, you said let me share the screen. Are you trying to share some other screen apart from PPT?
Yes, I am. I'm not
I
sure
think
if.
you have shared just one screen. That's why we are not able to share other screen.
Okay. This is weird. You can see PPT, but you cannot see my other screen, right?
Yeah, so while sharing, you may have selected just the PPT. So you might have to stop and then share desktop.
Stop sharing. Share screen. Do you see the research paper?
Yes.
Great. So this is the research paper I was talking about. It, as you can see, it is prepared by University of Pennsylvania, and it got released on March 23rd, 2023 this year. I think a couple of days or 3 days back. I was telling like all the methods they have used to drive the conclusion of the impact of AI on the labor market. They have used multiple things. I'm not going to read the research paper for you. I'm going to scroll it fast because I want to reach to a place where the real data or the useful data is for us, for technical writers. The rest, it's a good read. You can find the methods they have used, the calculations they have used, the gender bias they have used, or the upper hand that the AI has got in this report. But our um, point of view is on, I think, page number 15. Let me check this. But you can see some of the human ratings as well, like how humans are doing vis-a-vis some AI model. And there are some other statistics like everything is compared from human and chat GPT 4 perspective. This is one thing that I did not like, because once you read this report, it shows AI in lead, AI in the driver seat and humans in the passenger seat, but I wanted it to be vice versa, but that's a separate ball game. Let me come to this page. Yeah, so this is one interesting fact. So as you can, I'm sure that you can see my screen. So they have multiple type of human beings, human alpha, beta, gamma, whatever you want to call them. And then there are list of these humans alpha. They have different skill sets, and their skill sets vary. Some are very experienced, some are just freshers. So that's why they have categorized these humans in various categories. So A is like something who are experienced. Once you go through the report, you will get to know what human alpha beta is. So, and then we have the list of occupations over here and the exposure to AIs. What this means, that there are 76% chances that these kind of jobs are replaceable. AI can replace these jobs. So as you can see, interpreter and translator, 76% chances. Survey, 75. Poet, lyricist, creative writers, 68% chances. So 68% chances are for those who are freshers, who have a little bit of experience, human alpha. For very experienced writer, there is still room for improvement in the AI, because if AI competes with very experienced writers, there is a 35% chance that human beings can win. So that's why they have left that 68, whatever you do to minus, I think it will come around 20, no, sorry, 31%, 39, 32, sorry. So there are 32% chances. Animal scientists, public relation specialists, survey researchers, and there are things human. I'm not sure what is this called, but there are mathematicians. 100% chances are there that these people can be replaced by AI. Tax preparers. AI can prepare your tax. I'm not sure how many of you have used. Uh, there's one platform, tax submission platform in India. I have used. I'm not exactly remembering the name. It is automatically driven by. It is driven by AI, and you have to just feed a couple of fields and upload your form 16, and everything is done and dusted within 1 minute. So it's like tax preparers, 100% replaceable. Financial analysts, 100%. Writers and author, 100%. So blog writing and these and that, everything. People are just writing their blogs, are telling chat GPT to write their blogs, and then they are going to Quillbot to what it means, like to paraphrase or change certain synonyms or whatever they want, so that the AI tool cannot detect whether it is generated by ChatGPT or any other similar platforms, and then they post it. It feels like some author has written, but it is all chat GPT or any kind of content generation platforms. And then web and interface designers with ChatGPT 4, if you have tried it, just and it can analyze a image, it can give you an image. I think they are going to integrate DALE E with chat gpt 4, which can generate the images for you. And ultimately it is going to be a one stop platform for all your needs, from content to image to whatever you want. It can I mean to say chat gpt 4, or I think 5, it can, if you have some jira with you and the jira has tasks, you can type in chat gpt 4, or I think once chat gpt 5 releases, it is going to happen then, because I was part of some discussions online, and they told me that once you enter some instructions or prompt in chat gpt 5, which is still in the design phase, it is not released for anyone, it's just some people forecasting things, it can automatically manipulate your jira interface. So it can play with your computer, it can hack anyone's computer. At this point of time, there are lots of conspiracies theories which are revolving. So 100% replaceable web designers, web interface, and as you can see, fully exposed. I think this is human labeled 15, which is fully exposed. So just go through the research paper, alpha, beta, I think whatever that is. And then we have some jobs which are not highly exposed, 14%, 13, 13, 12, 13. So here in one job is graphic designers. So this tells us that wherever, see, marketing, SEO, search engine optimization or search marketing strategists, any job related to search marketing, whatever it is, marketing keyword is very important. Marketing, if you are into marketing, you are safe, because that's human to human, and you have to convince someone. Insurance agents, appraisers, auto damage, financial managers. So these types of jobs, if you look closely, all these jobs require mind, or you can say thinking. Even if you say something to you are typing a prompt in chat gpt 4, and you use word think, the chat gpt 4 immediately tells you that I am a AI and I cannot think. So that's where the leverage is, where if you have some kind of critical thinking, or you can think on your feet, immediate decision making skills, and anything which is required with thinking, your job is safe. So these are the 4 or 5 safest jobs. Why I highlighted graphic designers, because this is one thing which is very closely related to our technical writing. Nowadays there is a trend to use images workflows. We have seen in one of our presentation UML diagrams. In one of our first presentation, we have seen multiple flows of the information. So anything which is related to designing, say for example, if you are designing the content, instructional designing, whatever, you can give any name. Wherever there is a use of mind thinking, that job is only at 13% risk, because still chat gpt is not that evolved that it can replace you. So that's why I highlighted this, because this is very much closely related to our technical writing. But you have to be a bit of sorry to use this word, manipulative, to get things that you want from like designing perspective, content generation perspective, and other stuff. Now there is one more interesting slide. Let me go through that. It's a nice read. It's like a book, Harry Potter book, that once you start reading, you won't stop unless and until you are at the very end. And once it's ending, you would think that why it is ending, I need more information. Okay, these are all the graphs, like how it has evolved and other things. And this is one more page wherein it says like all the jobs which cannot be replaced in near future, say for example in 100 years. So agricultural equipment operators, AI cannot operate agricultural equipments. Yes, there are some automotive, I mean to say, I think Elon Musk and his team is working on some. Google is also working on some auto-driven cars which can drive themselves. But for till this point in time, for agricultural equipments, I have not heard any kind of that technology is being worked upon. For cars, yes, I have heard. You won't find cars in this list. That's the reason. Agricultural equipments, athletes. You have. I think there is one motion picture. I'm not exactly remember the name where robots fight. So that can happen, but real athletes, there is no one. I mean to say, no one is going to replace Roger Federer or say, for example, any other tennis player. So athletes, human athletes, if there is some AI athlete, a robot, then I'm not sure, but human athletes are irreplaceable. Dishwashers, so if there is some maid coming to your house to wash dish, that is irreplaceable. I mean to say, you would still need that. Motorcycle mechanics, metal casters, tapers, well headers. So these are the jobs. If you have any interest, you can have some part-time upskilling in these jobs so that you have some additional skills in your kitty. But these are the jobs which are not replaceable, at least for the time being. Say, for example, in next 100 odd years, that's still big time. Anything can happen, so don't vouch on that. And yeah, so this is all about the research paper. I have already covered some hard facts and which jobs which are not replaceable. So there is one thing. Is this the end road for us, the humans? So there certainly there is going to be some dark days ahead. No one can deny this fact. If someone is denying, then they are living in their dreams. There is going to be some dark days, but again, we humans have tendency to um, I mean to say, come up and show the world the light, and then drive everything together. So same thing happened in Matrix as well. Ultimately, humans won, and there was peace with the machines. So we have to be ready, like how to make peace with the machines, with the AI that we have been bombarded with. We have to make peace with them, and we have to learn how to use them for our leverage. We cannot let machines or the AI to dictate us the terms. So that's why I have suggested a combined reading of page 15 and 16 of this research report, because ultimately the crux is here, the page number 15 and the page number 16, and you will get to know what all things you need to do to get one step ahead. And then ultimately last, the human touch. So no one can replace this. No AI can replace a human touch. Still, if you call a bank, you want to speak to human, so that they can understand their so then they can understand your problem. The emotion part, AI is still unable to generate those emotions. So the human touch is still very much needed along with the thinking. So if your job has that human touch, the critical thinking, the critical analysis, you are very safe. Just build upon that. Whatever there is, just build upon that, because what I think, and it's just me, upskilling to learn a new technology is a kind of old game. People are into a new game where upskilling is required, yes, but upskilling the thing that you already have. It's like Kung Fu Panda. Play your game very well so that no one can match your game, rather than learning someone else's game. So build on your skills, whatever you have, because AI can write code for you, AI can generate content for you. No one is going to there is going to be a certain impact on the programming industry, that's for sure, the writing industry, that for sure. But then there is a human touch, the critical thinking, that we have to make use of, at least in our generation. What happens to the next generation, that's a different debate altogether. But for us to survive, we have to build upon whatever we have. So that's the end. I would like to open the floor for the questions, the participants' thoughts, or whatever they have. And in case of questions, please feel free to ask them as well. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, Gaurav. That was
Thank you so much, Gaurav.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gaurav.
yeah. You answered all the questions that I think most of us were thinking, and yeah, I personally loved all the movie references. So thank you for that too. Um, I think we do have some questions in the chat box if we want to take it up. Mohit asked, okay, so I think this is regarding the screen that you shared about the alpha, beta, gamma, and he's saying why is writers and authors in human beta as well as gamma?
So actually, there are certain level of experiences. Once you go through that research paper, they have given you the reference who all are human alpha, who are all are human beta, and who are all human gamma. So these are experience levels, and they have other sides to it. Not only experience. Why I'm focusing on experience is because I wanted to make this research paper from art. I was reading this research paper from my perspective, so that's where the experience comes in. Because once you have a fresher technical writer, he is like a blank sheet, and now on that blank sheet you can draw anything. So you can draw madcap flare, you can draw robo help, frame maker, whatever you want to do. So that's why I was focusing on experience. But human alpha, beta, gamma, they have multiple categories. One category, they have differentiated them on multiple categories. One of them is experience. But go through that research paper, you will get to know like what all things they have considered while segregating human alpha, beta, and gamma. I know that's not the definitive answer, but that's all I can tell you, because um, as I said, I was reading that from my perspective. Yeah.
Thank you, Gaurav. Do we have any further questions?
Writing, there's one question from Sanjeev. I think he says that writing also is a thinking job. Yes, it is a thinking job, but what happens, like in ChatGPT 4, I told you, like if you have a user interface, like your development team has is working on a new product and it has a user interface, all you need to do is grab a screenshot, paste it into ChatGPT 4, and you will get all the instructions. So where does the thinking came in between? There is, I mean to say, taking the screenshot, yes, that can be debatable whether it's thinking or not, but it can give you procedures. All you have to do is grab the screenshot, feed it, write a prompt, give me the procedures, all the things that you can see on this screenshot. You can have multiple screenshots in a sequence, and then ask the ChatGPT 4 to write the procedure in the of the screenshots in sequence. It will give you all the things, like you have clicked this button, that button, whatever that is, and this is the end result. So I would say like writing is a thinking job. Yes, definitely writing is a thinking job, but it is going to evolve, and we have to be on our toes. Like we have to find a medium or a way to make it more thinkable, or whatever you want to call it. Writing.
One,
And just sorry, Anshita, I think you
right.
want to speak. So, and how can it be replaced by ChatGPT? So I can vouch for this. 99% of the blogs that you see recently are all written by ChatGPT. Trust me on this fact. If not, I will give you a link. I don't have it handy. Go through that research paper as well, and you will get to know that it ChatGPT has already replaced the writing, the blog writing. I'm not talking about technical writing. So there are multiple types of writing: creative writing, web writing, white paper writing, whatever you want to call it. So, and can it read and explore user interface? It can definitely read user interface. For exploring, we have to wait till ChatGPT 5. Please,
Gaurav, I
Anshu.
have just follow up one question. Can it
Sure.
read or data which is pre 2021? I have heard that it cannot read the data after 2021 or something like that.
So, Sanjeev, that is true for ChatGPT 3 and 3.5. But with ChatGPT 4, we have everything latest.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a question like being a technical writer, Gaurav, what do you think? What else skills should we possess so that we are in that safe zone? Like you said, that a fresher might be not be in that safe zone. So he or she might need to have more skills, right? So that they are, you know, they're not worrying about it.
So,
What?
see, if you look at various, I'll give you an analogy. So, if you look at, say, for example, Warren Buffett or Charles Munger, so they or other successful people, they have always believed that we should not put all our eggs in one basket. So that's one thing, diversification. Technical writers should diversify their skills. If you are not diversifying, if you all have your eggs in one basket, it's time for trouble, that's for sure. So diversification is the key. And in trust me, technical writing is very diverse. In technical writing you can become a SME. In technical writing you can become a, I have seen people migrating from technical writing to become a full-time developer. You can become a product manager, product champion. You can have all the product knowledge. You can have graphic designing, as I have just displayed, graphic designing in your portfolio, all the image and thinking like what, how you can enhance the user experience and multiple aspects of designing. So all the things, at first I think the best thing will be to take a paper and write down what all things technical writer can do. And I think most of the things in this world from the professional perspective technical writer can do. And then like thinking like what all things require some creative stuff. So like designing requires creativity, like giving some information to the user in a very uh, sophisticated way, that's required, that requires creativity. Like for example, we have a Pendo champion with us. So that's what I'm talking about, diversification, and then building on that diversification rather than learning something new. So that's what I feel. And that's I mean to say like my understanding on this subject, which take it with a pinch of salt. Yes,
Well
please.
said, Gaurav. Well answered. Thank you for this.
I think Ranjit has a question.
Yes, Ranjit.
Did you want to ask something, Ranjit? Your hand is up. Okay. We'll take a question which is there from AKA. Does ChatGPT 4 and above would follow MSTP guide as current version was not accurate?
So actually, that's one good thing. Thanks, AK, for asking this question. So there is one more term which of late is being highlighted in the job industry, which is the prompt writer. So to get the answer, you have to enter some kind of prompts. And this these prompt writers basically are like they also belong to separate categories. Like some are selling prompts so that you can use those prompts, and they are being sold like crazy. Some prompts are selling for way over $100 one single prompt, and some are selling for 1 cent or 2 cents. I have there are multiple platforms where wherein you can sell your prompts. So prompt writing is going to be one career. Like once we have bullock carts, I mean to say farmers can drive them, but with the advancements in the technologies and with tractors coming in, we needed driver. So similarly, ChatGPT is going to throw up lots of opportunities, new opportunities, which no one could have thought. And one such opportunity is a prompt writer. And prompt writer can have I mean to say experienced prompt writer, fresher prompt writer. So coming to the question, it is all dependent on prompt. So if you write a prompt correctly, even in Chat GPT 3.5 or 3, you can get the exact output based on MSTP or IBM style guide. So yes, and in ChatGPT 4, it's 100%. Just say that I want this thing in MSTP style guide, and it should include this, that, and whatever. It will give you precise answers, but that is possible in ChatGPT 3 and 3.5 as well. So to answer
Hi,
your
Gaurav.
questions,
Am I audible now?
yes.
Okay, so my question is like you said, we can take a screenshot of the user interface and put it in the chat GPT would give us the steps. So if I run a REST API in Swagger and test it, take the screenshot and put it in the chat GPT, will it do the REST API documentation for me?
So of that you have to put the screenshots in this sequence, and you can try. I have not tried that stuff. Thank you for putting that thought in my mind. And after this meeting, probably I will try this stuff if I'm able to get something. So thank you for that. But yes, if you put something in sequence, it realizes the pattern. And if it realizes the pattern, then it for sure can document. So coming from what I have known, it can document, but I have to check it out.
And same about CLI documentation. If I run a command, put the
Yeah,
screenshot of a successful output.
CLI is 100%. I have
Oh,
seen it.
really? I'm gonna try that right after the call.
Yeah. But for API documentation, I have not checked it, so I cannot say with the confidence.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Do
you.
do this, but don't share with other people. Otherwise, they will know that tech writer's job can be replaced. So just do the yourself. Be happy. Talk in the community, not outside.
Yeah. True.
Okay, so thanks everyone for this engaging conversation. I'm sure more of us will have questions. Let's connect offline for those questions because we are already over time. So with that, we are at the end of our conference. We hope you all gain valuable insights and knowledge from our speakers. I thank each and every one of you. And for the final thing, I'll just request all our volunteers and speakers